Right now, XRP is at about 36 cents. It is down dramatically from its all-time high. And in this video, I'm going to tell you what David Shwartz, who is the CTO of Ripple, he is in fact one of the co-creators of the XRP ledger back in the day, and he just tweeted out that he might have made a huge mistake. So I'm going to tell you what this huge mistake actually was, and I want your comments in the comment section down below. We're also going to take a look at Bitcoin and what some of the Glassnode analytics are pointing to. This involving capitulation, meaning a turning of the tide. There's some really interesting facts that happened twice to Bitcoin in the last several months that caused catastrophic losses. So I'm going to tell you what this typically means according to an on-chain analyst at Glassnode. Also, the country of India's finance minister wants to ban all cryptocurrencies. Now, India is a big, huge country. They have a huge economy. So I'm going to tell you what he's calling for the rest of the world to do, because this might be something to pay attention to. Hey everyone, my name is Randy. Welcome back to the Late Night Grind. And right now on this channel, I'm covering the Ripple versus the SEC case, as well as other crypto news, investment markets, and personal finance. So if any or all these topics interest you, make sure you go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and join the Late Night Grind community. Don't forget to hit that bell notification icon so that you'll get notified when I release a new video. Also, if you can watch the video all the way to the end, smash the thumbs up button and check out my Patreon. The link is in the description below. You do all that, I greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, let's jump into it. All right, so India basically wants to ban all cryptocurrencies. Well, not the entire country, just their finance minister. He recently came out and he said all cryptocurrencies should be regulated or banned to some extent, but he really feels that one country in and of itself can't do it. In fact, he feels if countries basically regulate it individually, he feels that there's going to be too much arbitrage opportunity for it to be taken advantage of. And so what he's doing is calling for global cooperation. At this point, I don't know how much global cooperation you're going to get, being that there's already many countries that are extremely bullish on Bitcoin. Some have already made it legal tender. Others have regulated it, basically making it legal tender. And so doing something like this, getting the rest of the world to attempt to ban Bitcoin, that's a long shot. But nonetheless, he's actually pushing for it. And while he didn't really give specific reasons as to why, he basically mentioned how it's a threat to central banks. Big shocker. It's a central bank that's in trouble. But not only that, he said, well, it's for the kids, because he says Bitcoin, digital assets like Bitcoin, are going to threaten the stability of the younger generation. It's all about the kids, isn't it? Got to protect those kids. So right now, it's nothing big because it doesn't look like there's anything moving through India's parliament in terms of bills being introduced to regulate or ban anything. The only thing that they have done so far is introduce a bill to tax it at a high level. All cryptocurrency gains in India are taxed at a 30% level, which is extremely high. But nonetheless, that's all they have done so far. So it's just a piece of news that, listen, you could see other countries start to have this type of sentiment. We already see what China did. We already see what Russia wants to do. And now if India gets on board, well, you don't want to see powerhouses exactly coming on board and agreeing to ban these types of things. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Now, according to Alex Kruger, who is actually an on-chain analysis at Glassnode, which is an on-chain analytics firm, he's looking at some of the biggest loss events that happened to Bitcoin in the last couple of months and what it typically means. Now, the first one was the Terra Luna collapse. The second one was when Bitcoin was actually trading below the 2017 all-time highs, basically between 19,000 and 17,500. During those two timeframes, there was actually a total loss of about 1 million Bitcoin worth of trading value lost. Now he says typically when this happens, trading volumes spike to extremely high levels. And when that happens, that typically signals capitulation. What is capitulation? Well, it means it's like a turning of the tide. Basically, everybody going from fear to looking at a positive sentiment. The price of Bitcoin hit so low, it can do nothing but go up from now. Now, that's not necessarily the case, but when you look at these two events and the price collapse that they actually caused, he said, events like this do cause major price collapses, but the increase in volume typically signals capitulation, both at the bottom and at the top. So it's definitely something to look out for. According to him, Bitcoin may have capitulated at that $17,500 level. Right now it's at $22,600, trying to break through a big resistance level. And so once again, this is just a couple more indicators, a couple more factors signifying that we might be close to the bottom. It doesn't necessarily, now in my opinion, it doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be a huge price spike. We may actually bounce along the bottom for several months before anything big starts to happen. We may never know. Might only be a couple of weeks. It might be right now. We'll have to see. All right, so now I want to talk about what David Schwartz said. He's one of the co-creators of the XRP ledger back in the day. He's the CTO of Ripple, and he admitted on Twitter that he may have made a huge mistake. So what was that huge mistake? Well, back in the day, he was basically offered a job at Ripple, and he said at the time they were talking about XRP, about giving XRP or taking a salary for payment. Now he said back then I needed money, so I'd rather take the salary and then as well as a 2% stake in Ripple, the company. Didn't take the XRP. Interesting, fine. And that's what he's saying in the future could end up being a huge, huge mistake. Now, it doesn't really matter if you're getting millions and millions of XRP or if you're getting a 2% stake in Ripple. Those are win-wins in my opinion. Now, obviously, one could be better than the other in the long term, but nonetheless, his huge mistake of not taking XRP, well, he did say they were throwing around numbers like 500 million XRP, which is comparatively small to what some of the others have. Jed McCaleb, of course, got 9 billion, and Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, has in the 9 figures of XRP as well. So nonetheless, that sounds pretty bullish to me if he's speculating that not taking XRP and in fact taking a salary and a cut of the company from Ripple was the mistake, and that he would rather take XRP. Some people are saying that there is a massive bull run ready to take place for XRP. Jed McCaleb is done selling. The Ripple versus the SEC case could be ending in the next couple of months, maybe 6 months, as well as some other factors. We're going to see if this Bitcoin bull run commences, the capitulation commences. Of course, everything would go up if that's the case, but XRP, nonetheless, if you're holding a couple 100 million of them, well, yeah, you're going to see some significant upside. But if you don't have it, well, I'm sure Ripple, the company, is going to be doing extremely well as well. And so right now, as I'm recording this, XRP is trading at about 36 cents, and it's moving with some of the altcoins that are moving right along with Bitcoin. The altcoins are moving higher right now, but Bitcoin is up against a major trend resistance level. But by the time this video comes out and you're watching this, it will have either broken through that trend line or rejected from it. My prediction is that it will maybe go slightly above that trend line, but ultimately will reject from it. So that'll be interesting to follow. All right, everyone. So if you are new to this channel, I'd appreciate it if you go ahead and visit the community tab. I've been putting up polls a lot recently, and some of the results are very, very interesting. So if you haven't already, go ahead and check that out. Respond, participate. I'd love to know what you guys think. Sometimes I give the results here on this channel. And also go ahead and check out my Patreon. Some of the information, the picks that I gave early in July are doing extremely well. There's going to be more content coming out this week as I have a new schedule, so be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end, for smashing that thumbs up button. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next video.